I'm not going to block Matt, but I blocked a lot of people. The reason why I don't block Matt, he never did anything to me. That Justin, ended up blocking Justin because he stole my Xbox. But Matt, he never did anything to me. But I do get annoyed at Matt because I end up accidentally talking like him and all that. But where's Justin? Oh, yeah, I blocked him. Look at all the people I blocked. They were people causing problems. They were calling the police anytime I'd get like a new apartment and settle down. Next thing you know, the police showed up. I said, how the hell are the... Oh, because there's people on Facebook that I had that needed to be blocked. Wayne Keller, he was one. Justin, I blocked him because he stole my Xbox way back the last time there was a hurricane, so I don't ever want my Xbox to get stolen again. Travis, I'm pretty sure he called the police on me one day. And I heard him saying, oh, something about why has he got an Xbox and we don't have an Xbox or some shit. So I blocked him. Lynda and Phil, I just want to move past it. As much as I call him Uncle Phil, I blocked him. I'm not going to unblock him. I'm going to leave him blocked. He won't be able to see me, and I won't be able to even see him or his wife or kids. I blocked them. So then there's no temptation for them to hop on my thing, see my life, and then there's no temptation on the other way around or whatever. Because I never knew Cam or anything before, but now I do, and I got him blocked. James Lewis, I got him blocked. But you learn a lot, For a long time, I said, oh, keep them unblocked because I'm going to learn a lot from them. Whatever. But then you get sick of learning everything. Phil's not going anywhere. He lives in his house. There's nothing more to learn about Phil. And there's nothing more to learn about me either. There's John Kryple. I had him for a while. Will he do it? Will he remove John Kryple? Yeah, I don't care. I unfriend him like that. That's John Kryple. I've had him on my Facebook for I don't know, since 2011 or 2012 or something. And I think I mentioned him a while, but you can only have 5,000 friends. He's at 4.9K. There's that Robert Newell. I got into him. Vigo. I used to know Vigo. I never met him, but I seen him on Facebook. Young T-Boy, I think I even seen him pop up. It's like a big family on that Facebook. Kryple never did anything wrong. I've just seen his name so much. John Hodgen. I might even remove John Hodgen. He's from Chicago. They don't run Filace anymore. Danny Summers from London. He's sort of annoying, that Danny Summers, but I like him. But even Danny Summers from London, it was like this, I don't know, there's this certain crowd I just want to really get off my gosh dang life or whatever, and that's one that Danny Summers is a part of or whatever. So as much as I thought Danny was cool or whatever, gonna block Danny and keep him blocked. Melly Cake, she's cool for now because she makes a lot of different cakes. Anybody else? I'm not sure. I would block my mom, but I'm not going to because I need her. Even a John Knuckabilly. Even a John Knuckabilly. It should be John Stoll. That's what everyone calls him, John Stoll. But I don't know, John Knuckabilly. He was able to hold on to this bike for a long time. He didn't steal the bike. Yeah, so he didn't steal his bike, his famous purple bike. It won't be going to Staxamilly. I have a famous red bike. My bike's red. It'll probably go in the junker when it's done. I don't see anybody The gas can looks like it's rusting from it looks so old. It doesn't look like anybody's going to do it up. That's something the son would do. Not for that. They'd rather take this one here or something. That ain't nothing. That purple bike, it ain't nothing. It's been through 6 marriages, that purple bike, though. 6 marriages. John stole. He stole from 6 different families all the way up. First it was Rebecca, then it was Val, then it was this person, then it was that person. John stole. They even know him up here in Canada. They said, hey, isn't your dad that guy that steals a lot of stuff? And yeah, he's famous. His front business is plumbing. He's not really a plumber. He doesn't have, ask him, do you have your plumbing license? He doesn't have a plumbing license. So when if you ever encounter that John Slote, his real name's John Slote, John, last name Slote. He's not a real licensed plumber. He's a what he calls he tells people that he's what's his gimmick? It's a fraud. He says, "Oh, I'm a generation by generation." What generation? Because I'm your son, and his father is passed away, so that's fraud. He could be charged with fraud. There's no generation. He was never there's no generation. He doesn't have a son that's working for him. And he doesn't have a father. He doesn't have a brother. He has nobody in any generation. And then he doesn't even have a valid plumbing license. Ask him. Once I seen what the government was doing to people down there, including myself, they said, oh, come down to the United States. We'll give you this. We'll give you that. Don't believe that. They only like South Americans and Mexicans and all that. They'll trick Canadians. So be careful. If you're in Canada or the United Kingdom or another wealthy country, they'll trick you and say, hey, if you leave your wealthy country and come to America, we'll give you a visa, we'll give you citizenship, dual citizenship, all this. And then when you get there, they fire you, you never get your paperwork, and you're stuck there, and they say, you're an illegal immigrant, you're an illegal immigrant. That's what they did to me. I said, no. I said, we're buying a plane ticket and we're leaving back to Canada. They tried to make me, I thought I was going down there to become a U.S. Border Patrol. He was attending school every day, high school, middle school, elementary, good grades, A+, A's, all that. He had a big future. And then when I say, where's my paperwork? Oh, your dad never, so it was all a big scam. So you got to watch out for that. My dad, he foreclosed. We were wealthy. We had a $1.7 million mansion here in Canada. When he went down there, they fired him after 1 year. Then there was a big hurricane. And then he got foreclosed on. He lost everything. They're not your friends when you're a Canadian. I remember there were like the poorest Americans that used to come over to our house. And they would have more rights on our property than us. Because there's this whole scam. It's a fraud. Oh, because I was born in America, you can't call the police on me because you were from Canada originally. And then by the time you're done with it, your head is so like, wow, and then you get foreclosed on, you lose your money, you lose your business, you lose everything. And they do that every 10 or 15 years. And they're real personal when it comes to the Canadians and all that. They're real personal because there was this War of 1812. So it was horrible. It was horrible. We thought the war was over. We bought property dual citizens because some of my heritage, had been born down there and married and had children and whatnot. And then eventually somehow it mixed with me or whatever. But so I went down and I had a good time. But then everybody was nice until it came to the time like, all right, now you got to go in and get your license or this. Oh, wait, we didn't actually give you a visa. You were just working in school. What the hell was the point of that? They have me go to public school all the way up in America to learn all the United States laws, all the United States metrics, the standard system, to be part of 4-H, to be a huge member of the community and all that. And then when I get out of school or get near to the point of out of school, they say, no. You're like this second class guy. You just go to school and try hard, but you're not going to get any benefits that the citizens get. I said, wait. I still have my birth certificate from Canada. And they're saying, oh, well, they tried to take it and steal it and all that. So watch out, being a snowbird down there. They'll eat you alive, just like the eagle. So I said, oh, wait, with my citizenship in Canada, why did you offer me all this down in the United States? Oh, well, we thought you were going to be one of those military soldiers that were going to get killed or whatever. So when I didn't get killed or whatever, and then we're all wondering, okay, where's our welfare? Where's my visa to go get a driver's license? Oh, it doesn't exist. So be careful of that. Anybody that says they're going to go down there. And they even we're going to take away my dad's unless he married a United States citizen. So they offered him a job. He moved all the way down to the United States, and then they tricked us, foreclosed on us, and said, if you don't marry this transvestite, and she's a transvestite, and you can check that with her medical records. If you don't marry this transvestite or whatever, then you're going to lose your citizenship to my dad. And my dad said, okay, I'll marry the tranny. Boom. And he's been married to that tranny for, she might even be the other thing, when it's a girl with a guy's part too or whatever. So he's been married to that girl with the guy's part, all forced or whatever. And he's a second-class citizen. He doesn't have his plumbing license. And all he does is work on eBay. And he doesn't receive any benefits. Up in Canada, he would get all his benefits, his ODSP benefits. He would get, on top of that, he would get his dental, his everything. Everything would get covered, just like me. $1,200 and $50, $1,250 a month. But man, and it's sad, but he told me, he said, Tom, he's able to do it. I'm not able to do it like he is. Because he's got his wife and they got a family down in Florida. But man, I feel bad for him. I just feel bad for how it all went. When my dad, like I said, what's going to happen when you're age 90? And his wife said, he ain't going to make it to age 90, Tom. He ain't making it to age 90. I said, oh, yeah. And he won't be making it to age 90 down, not in the he'll have to come back. So there's still a chance that my dad, he could come back, but he ain't answering my calls at all. Because once you get old, it ain't like Obama. Obama did a good thing tricking my dad. He empowers a lot of the youth. He empowered Matthew, my dad, all that. It was like, give up all your rights, go to Afghanistan with your 223 and start shooting. That was Obama back in 2008. It was like, get your guns, go to Afghanistan and start shooting or whatever. There was no reality with it. Like I was thinking in reality, I said, I'm not going to war. I'm not at war with anyone. So I'm going back home to Canada or whatever because I'm living in reality, normality or whatever. I'm not really scared of Osama bin Laden. Nobody was. We knew we were going to get him. But Obama, he was famous for terrorizing the public in North America with the story of Osama. It was any citizen or blah, blah, blah. He would tear, and that's why he had a lot of mass shootings. And he was big on the Black Mamba, empowering like blacks all the way to the gangs, the 600, the 700, the 800, the 1000s. Every number you could even think of, Barack was in support. They were all in big support. It was every number, all the way to the 99999 or over 9,000 or what have you. There were over 9,000 different gangs that Barack was in huge support of. Some of them are no longer living, so he's changed his position. Because as he was doing that, I was connected to some real Americans, ones that work jobs that aren't the president, and they didn't believe everything Obama said. We loved Obama as the president, but Obama had a good job at what's it called? Home wrecking. Oh, I hated that. It was like what goes on at home is somebody's own business, but there's a lot of home wrecking that goes on. You got to watch it. And that's why I blocked everybody on Facebook, because now you get older, the home wrecking, some people are able to avoid it. It starts out with Facebook. It starts out with a single conversation. Even with your own family, and then they go talking to somebody else. And the police are so used to it that it's became a natural, sort of a natural process. They can get any type of phone call and boom, your home is wrecked. Like they'll come in, take you to jail, you lost everything, just like that. Just from one person. I used to hear about that on these, I've said it before, the National Geographic type of ones. There was a wife, and then she was a good wife, just like my mom was. But that's sickening to know that these males that have a lot of power, even some of the celebrityr ones, they're the ones that are doing it. And they do it, and people die, and that's their profit. It's their lack. It's their sexual ambition. So be careful of that. They're known for doing that. It all started out with a job offering. Oh, and then you're under this government and blah, blah, blah. Even if you're naturally, they've wrecked a lot of homes. My friend Dusty's mom died. My friend Kyle Reister's mom died. Madison Bertram's dad died. Madison Bertram's cousin died. A lot of people died. Even I would have died. I could feel it in my stomach. I said, I better get back to Canada. It's nothing I like as much as I would have stayed in the U.S. But it happens here, even here in Canada. But not very much where I live. I could tell you the hot spots for it. Toronto, Edmonton, and Vancouver. Those are your 3 hot spots. Like for this home wrecking, the police do it. The citizens do it. It's ruthless, all the way from the bottom to the top of it. The streets all the way to the mansions, to the houses, to the apartments. You got to watch who you affiliate with or whatever, or even talk to. Especially, and I've even heard about Winnipeg. Yeah, Winnipeg too. But not as much as Edmonton. Vancouver, you see a lot of shootings. Edmonton, you see a lot of shootings. Toronto, you see a lot of shootings. London, I lived pretty good in London. They're really nice in London. They're like down home. Like you invite somebody in, they don't care. They'll come in and all that or whatever. Like, and then they'll go and they'll leave and then they'll come back. But like other places like Edmonton, once they find out where your house is, next thing you know, your door, boom, they're robbing you and all that. So you got to watch that or whatever. Even here in Canada, when I came back from the U.S., being down there like 5 or 6 or 7 years or whatever, I remembered Canada for being so peaceful because we were from like Rockwood and Guelph and all the and Okotoks and all these other places and whatever. But then as I got older, you start to see that, yeah, there's a lot of crime and stuff here in Canada too. But they didn't know. We destroyed. Right? There was I was part of it. His name was Randy Jackson. I ate people like they were like pot roast dinners. When I seen a criminal or whatever, I let them just trample on me, put their DNA all over me, rub their feet on the front porch, leave your footprints and everything. And that's what they did, and that's how we got them. like this Randy Jackson. See, that's my role. I'm like this celebrity, and it's not even just the videos, just even in person. Even in person, some people don't know who I am, some people do, and all that. And it's been good for Canada. 67 firearms, this guy. I never bought one from him or nothing, but I used to buy marijuana from him. And that's how they got this guy. If it wasn't for me buying marijuana from this guy, we would have never got this guy with that was smuggling the illegal guns. That was because of Staximilli. I'm on a wire. Anybody that says anything around me, it gets all recorded. I'm on a super duper wire. And they're no longer planted in people's bodies, or sorry, when they're checking for a wire or whatever, like on the mob movies or whatever, the wire's not on people anymore. It's inside their body. They got a system to put the wire inside your body. So if you watch Staximilli, you're that smart or like to know about it all or whatever. But yeah, wires, they don't keep them on people's thing anymore. They got like this technology, like the brain chip and all that, and the stuff with the COVID and all that. Everybody's on tracking wires and everything. They can hear the conversation and all that. It's all done automatically now. It's like, oh, buddy's serving you dope. All right, we got the prerequisites to get him on to check out what he's doing with his neck, with his going across the border. Oh, he was smuggling 67 guns. Boom, that's how quick they got him. It's impossible to get these guns to Canada. We have the system. Even their biggest, what usually in the United States, they're criminals usually, but not with me. I don't have anything. There's nothing. You just can't get away with it here. You just can't get away with it. There's not even anywhere to buy the guns. You have to have a license. And if you don't, you can get them on antique and all that or whatever. But it's virtually impossible. I've even done my research. The dark web, the deep web, it doesn't exist anymore fairly because of my system. There was a breaking point a few years ago when that dark web and that deep web hit. It was like a big investment. If a lot of guys would have been, if I would have invested into the criminal aspect of it, I'm sure there would be. But I didn't. I made this website to go against it. And it did. It put it right out. And the only way that you can get it is with the PAL or a grandfathered in or the reloading. If you got the other firearms like some of them do or whatever, and they're not the antique ones, then you're in violation of the law. And that's how I believe it should be, because I'm somebody that made it to a higher status and I have my firearm and I feel safe. I even got a threat by that one of those rappers, General Beanz or whatever, because I'm better at doing money with the music or something. I'm not sure. But he threatened me earlier. He said, oh, he's going to get me with his 223 or something. Even though he's a convicted felon, he's not supposed to have any guns or whatever. And I know he's not a PAL holder. And even if he was, you can't just threaten somebody with your 223 or whatever. But yeah, this guy's one of the guys that's been murdering people for years in Canada. He murdered this co-defendant out in Calgary. It just got wiped up. They murdered Suzanne Tran out in Edmonton. It just got wiped up. It's like they're hooked up with the police or whatever. So it's the citizen's job to put these people away. Like a General Beanz, a John Gotti, and even that white boy there. No, not him. Bobby Vintage is pretty good. But what about this Birdies guy? This guy's bad. He's moving big-time kilograms and everything. What's his name? I better remove him off Facebook. Just Music. And he doesn't just do music. I mean, these guys are involved in human trafficking. Oh, I think that's their big money. Human trafficking. They got a girl like at JC. They got a couple girls and all that. And they move them around the cities and they sell them on the internet or on the street. I think General Beanz is more of this guy that sells them on the street to all his friends or whatever. He hangs out with all these guys in Vancouver and all that, and they all go and smoke and go out to eat, and then they fuck his whore or whatever named JC or whatever, who I happen to own some rights to their musics and all that because they did it because I'm the label owner and all that. So JC or whatever, and that's how they're making their money or whatever, and then they get their assistants. I think they're on assistants. But I deal with those guys quite frequently. Because as you know, that Sazy, he don't make no fucking money. He don't got no money. Go listen to I'm a Zoe. There's E-Day. He got shot in the head. He was fucking with General Beanz. They shot him right in the head. This girl did. So they're fucking with all these girls or whatever. They're like these girls. I learned a lot about women. And they work just like men, some of them. And all that.